Hello again, Struck. Tribes of Midgard is launching later today. Is everyone ready? I know I am. I know I can't wait for the game to launch and to be able to play it and share my experiences with everyone out there. And to make sure that everyone is ready, I would make a, short-ish video talking about some of the things that you can expect. First of all, a very important thing is that you need to know that there will be seasons in the game. And the first season starts with day one, with the launch on July 27th, today, where we would be able to defeat a bunch of giants, defend Yggdrasil. There's going to be gear to collect, a lot of it apparently. There's going to be a new boss compared to what people saw in the beta, new level rewards and a new rune system. I haven't played in the beta, so it's all going to be new for me, not just those things. Then around September there would be a mid-season update, so there's going to be new seasons every 3 months, and in the middle of the month there will be a mid-season big patch. Then Season 2 will start in November 2021, and mid-season for Season 2 would be in January 2022. That's the roadmap we know up until now. So for now, that's it. Now let's talk about ruins quickly. Or maybe let's talk about classes and talk about runes after that. First, about the classes. There are 8 classes: the warrior, the ranger, the sentinel, the seer, the berserker, the hunter, the guardian, and the warden. The warden is more of a healer. The warden has an extra rune, which kind of gives them an edge over other classes. For example, they can teleport back to the village, craft potions for less cost, teleport back and deliver them to other fighters, because they need fewer materials to craft. So yeah, they would be very useful for the whole group to have a warden. Then there's the guardian, which is the tank, the guy who would be soaking up those hits. They're building up a guardian's pain gauge. So if you play it, you would have to taunt and draw away the enemy and build up the Guardian's pain gauge. I'm not going to go into detail for every hero. I would probably make a video later on where I play the classes and show you one. For every class, I'm probably going to make a showcase like I normally do in my games. Next, the Hunter, it's more of a cunning trickster class. So it has the ability to make a totem, and they can reappear at the location where the totem is if they die, and this gives them like a second life, opportunity to explore more, because yeah, spawning back to that is nice. They also have a trap, and that trap is gonna be very useful in some cases. And next, about the berserkers, they're pretty much on the image you can see there with the hammer. Maybe they can wield two-handed axes, I'm not sure, but even if it's just a two-handed hammer, it's gonna be that one class with the big massive weapon that has rage, and just goes in charging and doing a ton of damage. So yeah, they're truly dominating warriors and have the ability to strike fear into their enemies, causing the monsters to be stunned and quickly become prey for the tribe. So I'm assuming that means there's gonna be some vulnerability they can do. And it says, maintaining a full wrath gauge for a moment results in an explosion that damages nearby enemies. No time for cleanup, just keep attacking. They and you have been warned. So the seer is kind of a healer and spellcaster. So if the warden is kind of another type of support, that is not as much of a healer as the seer is purely the healer class, and that is what some of those who love taking the healer role would be playing. The seer can revive without being interrupted by incoming enemy attacks. It's in tune with nature, that at a certain point they no longer have to worry about the high and low temperatures of the world, which again is definitely nice as a class to have. And yeah, enemies entering the seedlings radius are entangled in the roots of the world tree, stunning them. No wonder the gods love this tree so much. So the sentinel, it's kind of like the guardian, but different type of a tank. It's a different type of a tank, and you can see the Sentinel has a shield and the Guardian had a shield on their back and stuff. But again, that's somehow like you would be using the shield to stun with this. You can parry and then you can use that opportunity to stun. There's some blessings and stuff that they do. I haven't played the quest to tell you exactly what the difference between this one is. But yeah, I think there will be probably more shield related skills here and more about parrying and blocking. Now there is the Ranger, another kind of a trickster, but this one is all about ranged attacks, AoEs and straight lines AoEs and all that stuff. So they have apparently understanding of the ravens, and they have things like piercing arrows, for example. And they can get the most out of each arrow, with some being salvageable after firing those arrows. Or as I mentioned, you can pierce multiple enemies with a single shot. So definitely a fun class to those who want ranged combat. Now there we move on to the Warrior, which apparently is one of the first unlocked classes. It's great at surviving. It's as you see, it's a melee class, obviously, and it can do double damage with certain hits after you get a blessing. So blessing allows for the player to attack twice every other melee attack, meaning every other melee attack you would be doing double damage. It's a great solo class apparently, because it's able to self-revive when they reach that blessing. Kind of reminds me of that reviving signet on Guild Wars 1. Pretty nice. So yeah, that's probably what most people would play at the beginning before they unlock some other classes. Now let's talk about runes. Runes of Ruin. You want to pick up some runes at the beginning. What are runes? They are more than the Viking alphabet, as the devs have said. They are powerful modifiers that players can equip to increase certain stats, imbue abilities, and a whole lot more. There are 30 runes in the game, so you'll need to do some experimenting to find the right combination to best complement your tribe and help you take down foes. Each rune can be the difference between being a crusher or just getting crushed. So, for example, the devs have provided us with 5 examples of runes. Keeper of Souls is a rune that allows you to keep 20% of your souls when you die. This is important because in Tribes of Midgard, souls are power. You use them to do pretty much everything from building defenses, upgrading merchants, healing Yggdrasil and more. Use this rune, Viking. Nothing is worse than dying and losing all the souls you farmed from clearing that enemy camp. Another rune is Ire of Thor. Who hates Jotnar? Thor does. What? That's who. So this rune increases damage dealt to Jotnar by 10%. If there's one thing you can count on showing up in tribes, it's Jotnar. Bjorn again. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this rune to revive downed allies and immediately trigger a healing pool of 1000 HP around them. Useful for those times you're the sole survivor of a particularly devastating enemy attack. Then there's Cold Blood. Tribes of Midgard takes place in Midgard. Mid-crisis. That means that the endless winter known as Fimbul Winter is approaching. Use this rune to keep warm by regenerating 50 HP per second when suffering from cold temperature. Now, Nothing to Hide is a rune that pretty much increases your damage for every empty slot of armor. Fit for the bravest and most skilled, and maybe the most foolhardy. Nothing is scarier than an Einherjar in their underpants. So, as you have seen a screenshot that I'm showing on the screen now, these are the rune slots. These are the certain rune slots. You can see on this one you're seeing there's green runes, there's purple runes. I'm not sure if there's a rarity after purple like orange, legendary, whatever, but it will be nice to know how many rarities of runes there are and stuff like that. So hopefully soon I will be able to find this one out. But you can see there's 5 slots. And apparently, as we mentioned, the one of the classes which is, as I said, the Warden has 1 extra slot, so maybe 6 for that one. You can see there's power score and so on. I mean, I can't wait to make proper guides when I have access to the game. But yeah, now let's talk something else. Let's talk about the final countdown. It's time to get Ragnaroking. A powerful saga boss awaits, and while he's currently chained up in his mysterious lair, this fearsome beast is the mightiest of challengers and holds the best and most powerful wood, which sounds like my type of foe. To find him, you need to collect a number of specialized items from completing events, defeating Jotnar, fulfilling quests, and clearing dungeons in order to unlock his lair. But for now, let's take a peek at the kind of events you take part in. So there's Roosters of Ragnarök event, which is pretty much... There's some roosters, and when these roosters of legend crow, it is said to be the first sign of Ragnarok. Find those roosters and don't be afraid to resort to foul play if you must. Then prisoner event. The Dark Elves have taken prisoners, and you can free these captured souls from their nefarious clutches. Keep a particular eye out for Otto, the adventurer, who has ambitions to become a true Viking. To help him get there, you need to stage one of the oldest traditions in Viking war, a prison break. Free him and fragments are yours. Then World 3 Stacks event. Some event fragments are brought to you as you protect your village. 4 magical stacks live in the branches of Yggdrasil. Dain, Dvalin, Dunair and Durator. You get an alert when they descend from the world trees to visit this realm. Track them down and commune with them. Then consider it your lucky day. All of these in-game events not only are great chances at wood, items and equipment, you get event fragments too. Now there is the big baddie. You feel that cold wind blowing. It means Fimbul winter is fast approaching and you're running out of time. When you see the swirling snow, even in former green areas, you know Ragnarök is about to arrive. Pull those fragments because the moment is nigh. Your road throughout this saga has led you to the most epic of battles, and should you survive, to equally epic rewards to use on your next adventure in Midgard. If you think you're tough enough, grab your best armor, some cold resistance potions, repair your weapons and bundle up in your warmest gear. Just make sure you're not leaving your village defenseless. If the Heltings, or Odin forbid, Jotun, come, those you've left behind will have to defend it while you quest for glory. So during your explorations of Midgard, you may notice an ancient crumbling bridge. You'll need to rebuild it to connect the Midgard mainland to a remote island where the saga boss awaits, those foolish enough to enter its domain. After you cross the bridge, you enter a forbiddingly frozen land. In the game, they literally call it a land best forgotten. Endure the cold, find the saga boss's lair, unlock the entrance with your fragments, and strap in for the fight of your life. I hope it's not something unreasonably overpowered, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how balanced the game is and how balanced builds are, and whether there's meta or weta. But yeah, it seems like a fun thing, building up to a boss fight, doing some events, building up to a boss fight, and in the end ending up with that boss fighting that one big giant. I can't wait personally. I'm not gonna talk any more about that. More videos, more content about the game will come once I start playing, once I start getting the inside info. So thanks everyone for watching this video. I really appreciate it. You can subscribe to my channel for more content for this game or other Wooter or not so Wooter games. And you can also get some things like emotes and badges that I've designed myself, as well as optionally you can ask me for tutorials if you're a member of my YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching. Keep it cool, struck up, and goodbye.